The 49ers seem to get their coordinators poached like a yearly tradition from other teams to become head coaches. It just seems to happen every single year, and this year's no different. According to Mike Garofalo and Ian Rappaport, the Chargers have requested permission to interview the 49ers defensive coordinator Steve Wilks for their vacant head coaching position. It's kind of crazy if you really think about it. Every single year, the 49ers have hot commodities at their coaching positions. Robert Salah, D'Amico Ryans, Mike McDaniels. It seems like every year 49ers are the hot ticket in town. Again, they've been very successful over the last couple of years. They're the number one seed this year. They've made it to the playoffs multiple years under Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. They've been to the NFC Championship, the Super Bowl. And teams want successful coaches to help, shape their future when they're rebuilding. And Kyle Shanahan's coaching tree has become pretty legendary, if you ask me. So it's not really surprising that another team is going to look into Steve Wilks. I mean, it just comes with the territory. That's why he came on and took this position to elevate himself and possibly become a head coach at one day somewhere. Now, the big thing with the 49ers is they typically do hire, minority coaches, Robert Salah, D'Amico Ryans, Steve Wilks, Mike McDaniel. They have minorities all over the place. And a lot of times when they leave, 49ers get compensatory picks. Now, the interesting thing with Steve Wilks is he hasn't coached long enough with the 49ers in order for the 49ers to qualify for compensatory picks. So even if he were to leave and get a head coach position somewhere, which would be great for him, and again, that's his goal. That's what he's wanted to do. He wanted to become a head coach. He was an interim coach last year for the Panthers, did a great job. 49ers saw that. They knew D'Amico was leaving. So they took Steve Wilks, and I think he's done a pretty solid job for the 49ers, specifically once he kind of went down to the sidelines and became sideline Steve, as we like to call him. And he's done a good job with this defense, right? So 49ers defense was third in points allowed, eighth in yards this season. And he was 6-6 as the Panthers interim head coach last year. So, I mean, he's pretty solid. He's been a head coach in the past. So it begs to differ. Will the Chargers hire him? I don't know. I mean, they're going to look at a lot of candidates. We know the national championship's going on right now. Jim Harbaugh is even been listed in the rumors. So we'll see how this pans out. But it's just kind of funny to me that the 49ers every single year have one of their coordinators getting poached from teams across the league. And it's kind of distracting in my eyes for the 49ers. Like, they could never focus. But again, when you're successful, people want a piece of that success. So again, it comes with the territory, and you have to, reap the benefits of having all these great coaches. But then at the same time, you're going to eventually lose these guys. I hope that Steve Wilks sticks around because I want some continuity and some stability for the 49ers at that defense coordinator position every single year. We're looking, we're changing. We have to change the coach, and you don't want to have to change schemes up and everything. And it's just frustrating, as a fan base to say, okay, now we got a new guy. He's got to learn the ropes. Now he's got to teach his philosophy. So hopefully the 49ers can stick around with Steve Wilks for at least another year, because if he sticks around for another year, then you can get some compensatory picks. And then it makes losing a coach not as bad. So I think that's the way I'd like to see it. But I don't know what you guys think. Do you think the 49ers should let Steve Wilks walk and, try, or should they try to hold on to him and keep him as best as they can? Ultimately, if Steve Wilks does take another job as a head coach, that's a great opportunity for him. So I'm not going to hate that, but let me know what you guys think. Another year and another coordinator getting poached from the 49ers. It's crazy. It happens every single year. You got to love it.